Mism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about knowing what you have to worry about with them tonight. What's good, y'all? How's everything? How are you? You good? Throwback Thursday, all in the house. I said, Throwback Thursday, all in the house. I said, Throwback Thursday, all in the house. What you gonna talk about back in the day? What you talking about? Everything is gonna work out fine. Yo, I'm the sun, 7'5" to the sun always shines. And it's not all about me, it's all about we. We can do better. Yo, we do it for free. We do it for fee. We do it for whatever we want to be. And we're going to be whatever we want to be. Everything is going to turn out great. Yo, I'm not here to spread the love or even hate. I'm just trying to make sure that we show and prove. Yo, that we are here and all of us are all on the move. I said, I'm a soothe just like a pill, you know, a Xanny or something, a perk. Yo, you know what will, Yo, let's keep it moving. Let's do the showing and improving. Let's get the soothing. Everything is going to be all right. Yeah, everything's going to be all right. I said, so Daily Go Getimism Show. What's good, y'all? What's good? Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to whoever you're with. You know, knowing somebody is more than half the battle. When you know what you're dealing with a person, then you know exactly how to plan your route, how to make your moves. It can really take away a lot of the stress that you might have to deal with when you're dealing with uncertainty. When you're dealing with somebody that's sporadic, when you're dealing with somebody that's unpredictable, when you're dealing with somebody when you don't know what they're going to do when you're not there or what they're going to do when you are there. When you don't know how somebody is going to react at times when you really need them to be more stable, it can cause you stress. You know what I'm saying? We're stressed, baby. You're stressed. So, you need to know whoever you're dealing with, whether you're dealing with your friends, whether you're dealing with your kids, whether you're dealing with your man, whether you're dealing with your woman, whether you're dealing with your family, whether you're dealing with your job. You need to know who you are dealing with. You need to know how they're going to act and how they're going to react and how they're going to move. I don't know if you've ever had a wingman that wasn't a wingman. They wasn't winging right. Have you ever had a wingman that wasn't winging correctly? They wasn't winging correctly. So they were supposed to say something, but they said the other thing. Unpredictable. So it looks unrehearsed and it don't, now, look, questions that don't get asked don't have to get answered. Your wingman is causing extra questions to come into the situation. And that's not a good situation. So you need to know, like, okay, I can't depend on my wingman. My wingman, let my wingman fly away. Go ahead. Go ahead. You a broken wingman. Go ahead, wingman. So, that's what we talking about. Do me a favor, y'all. Please hit that like button. Tap it. Tick, tick, tick. Normally you tap on the screen twice. Tick, tick, tick. Well, I'm saying tap on it twice, and then I'm doing it 3 times. I'm saying it 3 times. Tick, tick, tick. I guess tick, tick. But what if you have a light finger? That ain't gonna do it. Anyway, do it until the like button, turns into a heart or however it go. The thumbs up. Give it a thumbs. Get up the likes. Get up the likes. My man Willie D. Shout out to my man Willie D. My man Willie D. My man Willie D. I had a little nap before this show, so I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling like a real man should, and that equals up to a feeling that's good. I stood in front of the crowd and spoke loud, and after that, Yo, we was like CJ Stroud, but we didn't choke in the playoffs. We didn't throw interceptions. I made sure I came home to the right reception, and they was making me feel like a real man right on the stage. I had to stand the thing in my hand. I had the chrome, had the steel, told them how I feel, and I told them how I felt. Made the crowd melt. The hearts was going down in their chest, and it was gone. Niggas want to be down with the program, but they really ain't on. All right, so, okay, so we're talking about knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your love. When it comes to the people you care about, when it comes to your man, your woman, your spouse, you have to know what you're dealing with. First channel of the day that isn't gaming. Really? Oh, well, on late night, I might be the only person on late night YouTube that actually talks topical. And we have a topic every night. I don't know if you're here every night, but every weeknight we have a show, and there are no weeknights that we take off. So, if you ever want to talk about relationships, family, school, jobs, neighbors, love, sex, hate, jealousy, sports, politics, we talk about that on this show. So tonight we're talking about knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your lover, your girl, your man, your spouse, the person that you're dealing with, because you don't always know. And when you don't always, okay, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. Check this example out. Ladies, I'm going to talk to y'all first. If you know you're dealing with a man, you know whether you're dealing with a man where you know that you might have to deal with him having a roving eye for other women. Like a chick y'all could be walking down the street, you and him, and you know that if a pretty girl, or somebody with a fatty in the boomy, the bow and the boom in the bow, you know his eyes are going to find a way to cut over to where she is. Even if he's with you, he's going to find. So he has a roving eye. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's a cheater, but you know that he's going to get a good look. You know what you're dealing with. You may have been dealing with that when you first got with him, whatever, but he may be otherwise trustworthy. Now, let's say he's not a cheater. You don't have to worry about other women calling your phone or catching him with them or whatever, or him not being attentive because he's too busy, entertaining another woman or something like that. But maybe he drinks too much. Maybe when he goes out and you're not there, you have to worry about him being able to come home, because maybe he drinks, maybe he gets into arguments, fights, and things like that when he's out there in the world. And now you got to worry, like if the clock strikes 1 and he's not at home, if it strikes 2, you're like, So you're home whenever you're not with him and he's out there in the world. If he's drinking or because he has a bad temper, you have to wonder if he's in some kind of violent or dangerous situation. So you know what you're dealing with. Yeah, I don't have to worry about him cheating on me, but I got to worry if I'm going to have to go bail him out in the precinct or go to the hospital because he's hurt. So you know what you're working with. And knowing what you're working with can cause stress, just like not knowing what you're working with can cause stress. Let us pray. Let us pray. Let's get into it right now in our own way. Let us pray. Let us pray. We gonna do this. Well, yo, get it back today. All right. So what we got? What we got? What's that? Damn, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. But you said first channel of the day that isn't gaming. And Lane 7077 says, hi, what up? And Tipster says, I look at other men. What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't look at other men. So we good. Quote of the day. Shining 123, shining lizard. How about me? I got nothing. I got N-O-T. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I'm gonna make it real. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I'm gonna make it real. I'm gonna make it real fun for you. I'm gonna make it real. I'm gonna make it real fun for you. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I'm gonna make it real funky for you. I'm gonna make it real funky. I'm make it real funky for you. Yeah, I'm coming through. You know how we do. Me and the DK crew. That's daily go-getterism. Yo, we don't smoke the ism. Well, maybe some of us do, but we don't do it all the time. Well, do you? And even if you did, well, you're grown. You make all those decisions all on your own. Carla came into the place. Always good to see her taking up the space. And it's always good to see your face. You know how we do. It's like leather and lace, baby. Everything is gonna work out wild. Yo, for me, man, woman, and child. Ow, stack piles. Let's work it out. Let's not get jerked out. Jerk 'em like chicken. What the fuck you picking? I ain't trying to hear that stuff. I'm still sticking to the plan that I devised. And you look up in my eyes and you don't be surprised that I'm gonna keep rocking. Keep on rocking the bridge. We keep rocking. My man Second Solid in the house, y'all. Thanks for coming out. What? We talk about what you know. My name is Sun752, aka yeah, Omar, O-Star. Yo, I'm gonna go far as I can up in this land. You know that I'm an M-A-N, spells man. And that was a simple ass rhyme, but one time for your mind. Understand, yo, at the heights I climb. I'm like a propeller. No, I'm like a mountain climbing fella. Yeah, we gonna get it in. Everything is gonna be alright. Don't bruise your chin. Yo. All right, so we good. So we working it out. Oh. Damn, I know my tambourine be like, yo, you just use me for whatever. Yeah. All right, so let's get it popping, y'all. You good? We good? Levels is good. 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 You hear me? Levels is good. 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 All right, we can put the drum away and try someday, but you can't quote it because I wrote it only yesterday. All right. So, like I was telling y'all, we are talking about knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your loves. Knowing what you have to worry about and don't have to worry about when it comes to your loves. Like you may know, like, listen, they don't get high, they don't drink and nothing like that. I ain't got to worry about them. But they might have a bad temper. I got to worry about them. Oh, no, no, no. You ain't got to worry about them not being on point because they always, they have a high sense of self or they know how to conduct themselves. They're very professional. Yeah, but the thing is, they are prone to flattery. You ever deal with somebody like that? Like somebody act like they their friend or they give them a compliment. They tell them that their hair looks nice or that they like their shoes or something like that. And they automatically think that they are their friends. You might have children that are that way. You may be married to somebody that's that way. Like they can easily be persuaded or gassed if somebody just talk nice to him. Yeah, look at Donald Trump. Look at the president of the United States. He admits, like, yo, whenever anybody says nice things about me, whenever they treat me nice, I'm like putty in their hands. Like, he knows. He knows. So in other words, people giving you that validation that you need makes you make decisions that aren't good. And you have to know when you're dealing with somebody like that. What about King Zancy? I don't know anything about King Zancy. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Tom Hawk. Talk about Jesus. He's talking about Jesus. He's talking about Jesus. He's talking about Jesus. He's talking about Jesus. I don't want to get all blasphemous, but I was watching this show, Last of Us, and they was talking about a whole lot of stuff that wasn't godly or worldly. I say, girl, he was on some other type thing. And I said, yo, I thought that Jesus the King, but he was a heathen in soul, so he had to roll. Yo, these heathen niggas be out of control, baby. And yo, I'm going to leave it there. But he didn't really think that there was a God up there. But I don't even know if there's a God up there. Because from what they told me that God was everywhere. So I'm going to share a little bit of ubiquitous soul. You understand? No, but that's all right. Keep on pushing and everything is going to be all right in the bush when we keep it on a low for now. But we going to come out and we going to be shining. You know how. All right, man. Let me get my seat. We all right. So let's get into what we going to get into tonight. I can see your rainbow. See your rainbow. See your rainbow too. All right. So, yeah. Knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your, like, I don't know. When I thought about this topic, I thought that it was important because nowadays it seems like with so many different ways to meet people and so many different ways to get to know people, I wonder if we are really getting to know anybody at all. And what I mean by that is, people are doing things like internet dating, social media, and because we can get a profile of people, we might think that we really know people. Like people who watch this show every night, they may think that they really know me. I mean, after all, this is my real face. Even though I get accused of wearing eyeliner all the time, I don't. You know what I mean? So, but, there is a different side of me when I'm not in front of the camera. When I come in front of the camera, it's showtime. It doesn't mean that I'm totally different. It doesn't mean that I start lying or painting false pictures or quoting false prophecy. But, you don't really know a person until you really know a person. So you'll know a person when you know how they will react in certain situations. Like I've always said that you'll know a person when you know how they will act when they score their greatest victory or they suffer their worst defeat. That's how you get to know a person. But is that all? Is that the only way to get to know a person? No. No, because it's not always about winning and losing. It's not always about money or being having money or being broke. But you get to know a person when and if you get to know a person. And I think that it's hard to know a person without them being around you, because people can practice being around you if they have enough time. Like let's say if I'm dating a new woman and she wears weaves or wigs or something like that. Now, I'm not a big fan of wigs or weaves or whatever, but I'd be lying if I said I never dated a woman who wore a weave or a wig. I mean, I'm like, it'd be slim pickings out here. It'd be slim pickings out here. But for a while, she might be insecure about me seeing her real hair. So it might be a while before I see her real hair, you know, in its entirety. And by the time I see her real hair, she may have decided to go natural. You know how black women are. It's one extreme or another. So it's like, it's weaves, wigs, and all kinds of crazy colors, or it's straight natural. Nah, that's not all black women. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. And let me make a little disclaimer. Whenever I talk about black women on this show, I'm always talking about them positive, unless they do some fuck shit. And I'm talking about them individually when I say that. I mean, not going to generalize on something. You know, we ain't going to be disrespecting those sisters on this channel. Ain't going to be a whole lot of that. My mama was black. She bleached her skin like Michael Jackson. I'm lying. But anyway, that's right. That's right, Carl. It's slim pickings out here. You gonna get somewhere in your black man life. If you dealing with some black women, if you insist on it like I do, you gonna get some weave and some wigs. I'm sorry. You don't like it? You know what to do. Or either that or she gonna go total natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she either gonna have hair going all the way down to her ass, or you gonna see like, oh, I see why. You know, I see it. One extreme or another. But she may not give you a chance to really know her or really see her in her godly glory. You know, stripped down to its very last compound or lowest common denominator, until the trust is there, and until maybe she feels like she can trust you to not judge her or make her feel bad about her appearance, because she may have insecurities, and she don't want to. If she likes you, she doesn't want to not like you because of the way that you treat her. And maybe she feels like she has some control over that by keeping herself visually beautiful in your eyes. And maybe she thinks she knows you enough to know that you need to see her looking good, like when you first met her. She might not know that you can make adjustments just like she can, or adjustments in your mental state or your emotional state based on how you feel about a person. This is all what happens when you're trying to get to know somebody. When, getting to know somebody ain't an easy thing, and it's not a crash course. You know what I mean? People be thinking just because they know a few things, especially a few negative things. You hear people say that kind of shit all the time. Lakers in 5? What, next year? Lakers in 5? Okay. Will LeBron James be on the Lakers next year? I can't see it. I don't think he's going to retire, but I don't know if he's going to be with the Lakers next year. Man, that's funny. Yo, you chill, Switchy. You know what I'm saying? You over here talking about some Lakers in 5. Like, yo. Slow down, son. Slow down. But anyway, yeah. People be thinking that, you have people out here thinking that they know somebody because they got a few secrets on them. They know a few bad things about them. And they'd be like, I know the real you, or I know the real person. Like, just because you know that I slapped a few niggas up back in the day or whatever. That ain't the real me. I'm not slapping niggas up on a daily basis. If it was the real me, I wouldn't be able to hide it from anybody. It would show all the time. But so when we gonna be talking about knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your loves, we might have to question whether we really know who we think we know. I'm gonna tell y'all what I know about myself. I was wearing this shirt all day, but I wasn't wearing this shirt all day because I can't wear white. If I eat or if I drink, I can't wear white because I will get stains. I was doing so good on this shirt. When it was time for me to eat dinner, I had to go take my shirt off and put on another shirt that I could afford to get dirty. I had to put on a t-shirt, an older t-shirt. So, you know what I mean? Because I spill. I mean, I don't need a bib or, I'm not like a baby or whatever, but I'm clumsy. And sometimes when I eat with the fork or whatever, something might fall off the fork and I mess up a white shirt. I was doing so good, but I splashed a little bit of juice on the joint. A little bit, but that's all right. I can cover it up with my piece. See? Now I could have just, took some washing detergent or whatever and scrubbed it out. Fuck all that. I just covered it with my piece. But I've already revealed it to y'all now. So now you know that even though I love the color white, I can't wear it successfully. Whether it's pants, whether it's a top or whatever. Sneakers. I love white sneakers, y'all. Yo, them joints in the summertime when the sun is bright, a nice pair of white sneaks, some shits be shining, you know what I mean? It'd be like your feet are glowing in the daytime, like some white. Nice white sneakers though. Nice, no bobos, no cornball kicks. You know what I mean? He said, did I need a bib? I mean, if I ain't gonna lie, Carla, I wouldn't deny a bib. I've damn near tried to, wear a bib myself. But I was like, look, when I bought this shirt, I was like, a nice little white shirt, sometimes, short sleeve, whatever. All right. But I know damn well, like, dog, you couldn't wear this to no cookout. You need a alternative shirt. You need some coveralls if you go into a cookout. Cause your plate ain't gonna survive it. You know you can't do it. You can't do it, dog. I could be eating something that's not even really, spillable. I could be eating a bag of cheese twists. I don't know in y'all part of the world if y'all call them cheese twists. Y'all, it say on the bag cheese curls, but that's not what they call them where I grew up. We call them cheese twists. Cheese twists. And that orange dye that they have that's supposed to be like cheese. You drop one of them, it's going to stain white. It's going to stain white. You can get it out, but it's going to stain. So that's where I am with it. That's what she said. Oh, damn. Carla said getting to know somebody sucks for real. It can. But when you're getting to know somebody, you're also getting to know yourself because you're getting to know what you can tolerate, what you can put up with, where your patience level is. And also you might be learning like the good parts of yourself. Like, damn, this person is a better person than me. You ever deal with somebody that's a outright better person than you? Like, they nice to people. I get tired of people. I be like, fuck people. They be all accommodating. You know what I'm saying? They give charity. They listen to people. They, let people go on and talk their head off. And you like, I don't let nobody do that to me. I be like, yo, keep it moving. Hi, bye, hi, bye, hi, bye. Hi, bye, hi, bye, hi, bye. Hi, bye, hi, bye, hi, bye. 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 Hi, bye. You understand? You know what I'm saying. So we ah man. Carla says no. They thought they were better. They thought they were the better person. Well, see, even with that, you'll get to know something about yourself because you'll realize you may start to see how you act when you feel challenged. Not everybody likes to be challenged, especially getting challenged by somebody that you know is just a little tier but beneath you. She said, come from up under the stairs, people. The people under the stairs. Yes, what you said. What you said. But it's a real thing. It is. It's a real thing. You know, but knowing what you have to worry about is a little bit different than like knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to a person is a little bit different than just knowing a person, because we're talking about what you're gonna do with what you know about a person or how you know them. So like, let's take it to your kids. You know which one, if you have multiple kids, you know which kids that you have that are responsible and independent. So you know, this kid is always going to go, and whatever time I tell them to come back, they're going to be back. And there's not going to be, I'm not going to get any phone calls. I'm not going to have to worry about who they interact with. There's not going to be any trouble. You may know that. Like, you don't have to worry about them going out into the world and getting themselves into trouble. But then you might have another child or other kids where, yeah, don't let them go nowhere by themselves. No, don't let them take the bus or the train wherever they go. You drop them off and pick them up, because maybe they get lost. And by getting lost, maybe they lose their way on purpose, or maybe they literally get lost and start to panic because they may say that they know things that they don't know. Like, do you know how to catch the bus from here to there? Or do you know how to get on the bus and the train? Do you know how to transfer? And they like, yeah, I know how to do that. And they don't know how to do it. They may have seen their friends do it and they want to try it too. So they make you think that they already know how to do it, and they don't. They out in the world, you know what I mean? Somewhere in the other part of town or in another county or something. He'll call you like, Mom, Dad, I don't know. I missed my stop on the bus and I'm over here. I don't know where I'm at. Panic, 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 panic. All of these people over here look like alien mutants, and they're going to attack me. They want to kill me. So you know that, yeah, this child or these children, you got to drop them off and pick them up. 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 They not ready to go alone. They gonna be telling you, yo, I'm scared. I'm on the phone. Yeah, I missed my stop and now I'm feeling like I'm about to be like a drop. Yeah, they dropped me out of a helicopter, out of a plane, and I'm feeling like I'm insane. And the train didn't go where I wanted it to go, and I don't really know where I am. Yo, these cross streets. Can you come pick me up right now? And I meet you right on the corner. What the fuck is you going to? All right, anyway. What up, Melissa? What's good? What's good, man? What's good? So yeah, you might have a responsible child, an independent child where you know you don't have to worry about them out in the world. You don't have to worry about getting notes written home or getting phone calls from the school. No principal office with what these children or this child. You know, with this other child, I don't know what, they get too mouthy with the teachers, get mouthy with the NTAs. That's non-teaching assistants, like people, like the attendants in the at recess and in the lunchroom and shit like that. Yeah, you know that you might have to defend them because they don't know how to control their mouths, or they might go too far with something. They don't have enough chill. So yeah, you might have one child or some kids that go to school, do their work, do their homework, and you don't have to worry about them. Then you might have another child that's a little wayward, just a little extra spirited. They hard headed. They hard headed and they, a little too mouthy. Hard headed and mouthy. Hard headed and mouthy. You might have been that kid. And you know how it is when you're a certain kind of way, and then you have kids, and you see that they the way that you were, and you've left that way behind, or you're trying to protect them from being the way that you were, and going down that road, and they ain't trying to hear that shit. They think they know everything, like you used to. Carla said one child might be more needy than the other. Man, you know. One child you have wants you to tie their shoes, even though you've taught them how to tie their shoelaces multiple times, but they just want to see you do it. Like, I know this child is not playing mind games with me. I just know that this child not playing mind games with me. Yeah, Dad, I can't remember. I almost remember how to tie them, but and it might not have anything to do with them tying their tying their shoelaces. They just want to spend time with you. They'd like to see the reactions on your face and that's the way that they've figured out how to get it. A little bit more needy than the other ones. The other ones might be trying to get you out of their life. So tonight we're talking about knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your loves. Knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your loves. If you've ever been with somebody that was a cheater, you knew what you was working with. Even if you put it out of your mind, even if you were so in love and so infatuated, obsessed with them, but you knew, like, yeah, this one, I can't have this one all to myself. That's not how they get down. Now you got to make a decision about if you're going to come, go, stay, lay, or pray. You got to make a decision. And you might be the only one that has to make that decision. And it can be a lonely place. Because, you don't always want your family, your friends, and other people in your business, because they might, hit you off with the tough love. Like, yo, you know damn well you ain't got no business being with somebody that treats you that way. And you like, but I love he. And men have to deal with it too. Every man has had his heart scarred, cut up, pierced, poked up by some chick that wasn't into him like he needed her to be into him. And you know that male ego kick in, men be mad as fuck. And that's when you get men calling females bitches and hoes and all of that shit. Cause he got his feelings hurt and he don't know how to deal with it. I know how it be. I understand, overstand. I get it. Caller says, I'm always sorry about my son. Oh, I always worry about my son more than I worry about my daughter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know the who's who. You know the who's who. It is what it is. It is what it is. Melissa says, oh, I can relate to that subject. Cheating 9 years. Subject cheating. 9 years went by and I found out I had no idea. Wait a minute. I had no idea. Put the hell with him. I'm happy without a man. Well, that's extreme. But nonetheless, it could have been, even though, you know, he was a cheater, he may have had other redeeming qualities. And we're talking about those things too. He may have had other redeeming qualities. Like, yeah, I know with him, I got to worry about him being with somebody else. But at the same time, he might have treated you nice. Shit like that can be very confusing. But you know what you have to worry about when it comes to certain people and what you don't have to worry about. Like, what about the other stuff besides the cheating? Because when we talk about relationships, marriages and shit like that, sometimes we give off the impression that as long as somebody not cheating on you, then everything else can be worked out. And it's not always like that. Like, you can be faithful and still disrespectful. You ever think about that? You ever see that happen? Ever experience that? Somebody is not cheating on you, but shit, they might as well be because they fucking disrespectful. What difference does it make if you're not cheating on me if you still treat me like shit? I feel like I'm still coming second in your life and I'm first. So second is like first is really second in your life. You make all of your decisions that, you know, about the things that you want to do independent of me. You never ask my input. You don't give a fuck about what I want or what I think or what I like. So yeah, there are more things. There are other ways to be there are other ways to be unfaithful than cheating. And I know that sounds a little oxymoronic, but there are other ways to be unfaithful because I think, and y'all can correct me on this, or y'all can totally disagree. I don't consider you to be faithful if you treat me like shit. Where's the faith I'm supposed to have in that? Where's the faith? Where's the faith? Where's the faith? If I can't count on you to hear my point of view, to give me some kind of input or feedback, to listen to my thoughts or take me into consideration, that's faithful? Just because you're not cheating? What difference does it make if you are not cheating on me, but still not putting me first in your life? Now I understand that could just be me feeling that way. But what's the point? I'm always on the back burner, but you don't have another man? Then why the fuck am I on the back burner? Because you don't give a fuck about me. You just not messing with nobody else. Now, don't get me wrong. I've never experienced anything like that because y'all know I'm fly and I ain't putting up with no bullshit. All right, we're gonna see what this about. Caller with the last numbers 8139. You got to turn your device down in the background.
I'll be there for you.
You got to turn your device down in the background. I can hear everything.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Turn it all the way down. I still hear it. Yo, I'm giving you 3 seconds and then I'm hanging up.
All right.
1, 2.
I paused it.
I still hear it. Bye. Was that a male or a female? I don't know. See, people see a phone number and they go hog wild, like, All right. Let me see. What's that? Jesse, I'm sorry. Jesse Erdley. Erdley. Respect me, no doubt. Rain, April, Diamond. That's a Philly number. Yes, a Philly number. I live in Philly. I'm born and raised in Philly. I'm still here. They haven't kicked me out, and I haven't left. All I told them to turn down. You know, people don't understand is that when you call in, you know, first of all, there's a delay, and if you're trying to watch yourself in real time on your device, that's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. It's not even like that when you call into a radio station or whatever. You can't. Y'all not on there's a delay. You know what I'm saying? It's set up that way. All right. It was a female, I believe. Was it a female? What up, Uptown? What up, Uptown Shell? What's good? You know, first I thought it was a male, and then it sounded like kind of female-ish or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it was just a punk. I got the number. I could call them back. That's what I don't think people understand. Like, you didn't block your number. If you would have blocked your number, I wouldn't have answered. Like, that's the way that works. But I could call them back. So if you're trolling, I could troll you back. I'm not going to make time for that tonight. We got things we got to talk about. We got to work it out. We got to work it out, y'all. You said it definitely sounded like a chick caller? Okay. All right. I would like to say that females don't be trolling on this show, but you know what we know. You know what we know. You said could be both. It could. It could have been two people on the line. Or I don't know. Anyway, knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to some. Look, listen, you know, like, how many of y'all have dealt with somebody that drinks a lot, or they get high, or they drink or they get high? They go past their limit every time they indulge. So whether they drinking or whether they smoking or whatever, you know what I mean? You know that they gonna go too far. When you dealing with somebody like that, you know that you're going to have to worry about them when they out in the world. Like, maybe when you're with them, you can regulate them, make sure that they stay protected, that they don't get into fights or arguments or somebody rob them or anything like that. But you got to be there literally to make sure that you're their caretaker. And when you're not with them, you know, you got to worry about if they're going to be all right. You don't know if they're going to come home. You don't know. They might not be the type to fuck with nobody out there, but somebody might fuck with them. You know what I mean? You see them out, you know, maybe they dress nice. They have expensive clothes or jewelry or something like that. Somebody might try them. Or if it's a woman, she all pretty and shit. You know what I mean? Out there looking all good and drunk, good and drunk, good, drunk, good, drunk, good, drunk. You know what I mean? Some of these cats out here gonna try her. They gonna try her. So you gotta worry about your boo when she out there away from you. Or, or let's say it's a friend of yours. And even when y'all go out, have a nice time. You went out to have a nice time, have a few drinks. You know what I mean? Cool out. You know what I mean? Shake your ass. You know what I'm saying? Get your head in the right kind of space. You went out to have a nice time. But you dealing with somebody who, when they drink, they start getting the rams and shit. Like, damn, man. You got some friends where you don't have to worry about getting into no arguments, fights, no kind of altercations when you go out. Y'all can go out, drink, throw back shots, all of that shit. Everybody gonna make it home, the right way, everything good. Then you got this one friend or this one lover or whatever. When y'all go out, they get to drinking. Somebody, brush against them if it's a crowded place. They like, yo, bitch, say excuse me. That kind of shit. Taking shit too far. Never de-escalating, always escalating a problem or issue, making it into something that it don't have to be. So you got your friends where you ain't got to worry about that. I know I ain't got to worry about, us getting in those shit. Or you ain't got to worry about somebody having your back if anything should happen out there in the world. And then this other person, like, no, they ain't got my back. They a pussy. He ain't nothing but a pussy. If I get into something or we get into something, this nigga go run. He a running ass nigga. Knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your loves. We can talk about inanimate object. We can talk about an inanimate object. If you live in a neighborhood, you know what kind of neighborhood you live in. You know if you live in a neighborhood where you can leave your car unlocked, whether you did it on purpose or not. You know if you should happen to be on the phone or taking groceries into the house, maybe you on the phone and you taking packages into the house or whatever, you forgot to chirp the alarm. You forgot to lock the doors in your car. You know if you live in a neighborhood where you can expect to have gotten you can expect to have gotten got the next morning. Or you live in a neighborhood where it's like, yo, even though it could happen to anybody, this ain't the kind of neighborhood where somebody's gonna actually come on your property, like come up on your driveway and try your door because they know people leave their doors open and they have valuables inside. You know where you live at. You know what the capabilities of the people that live in your neighborhood. You know what it is. Please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. So if you have to worry about getting robbed, if you have to worry about your place being burglarized because you didn't remember to put your house alarm on, or even if you did, if you live in that type of environment, and that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the socioeconomic status of the neighborhood, because people with money get robbed too. Wouldn't it make more sense that they get robbed? Of course, in the hood, we know we can get robbed because people down here desperate. They desperate, yo. But you know what you're working with, and you know what you have to worry about. You know what you have to worry about. I wear jewelry, so sometimes I wear expensive jewelry. I know if I'm going into a neighborhood where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't wear this tonight because I have this thing. I don't like to tuck I'm not going to tuck my shit in. Hey, if it's going to go the way it go. It's not really a good attitude to have. Now, somebody might be looking at me like, I don't have to, maybe they think like, well, oh, I don't have to, I actually have to worry about whether somebody may try him because he's not going to just give it up or he's not, whatever, however you choose to look at it. He's not going to dress appropriately for the hood, for every hood. Rain April Diamond. Oh, shit. Okay. Carla says, I hate seeing a drunk sister. And you see him. She out there, white boy wasted. Oh, and can't forget the chicks that get drunk and now they want to get all extra horny. So they came with you and they trying to leave with some dude. You know what time it is. So you got to stay by her all night like her coach. Like, y'all can exchange numbers and all of that, but y'all you ain't going to be none of that. If you came with me, you leaving with me. You know who you working with. Or y'all chicks, you ever deal with one of y'all girlfriends when she get drunk, now she want to get all lesbian-like. She want to get all touchy and feely. Like, I know this bitch didn't just touch my titty. Females be having to go through that kind of shit. With dudes, well, I knock you clean the fuck out. April said, that's nasty. I don't have time for that. Hey, listen, I understand, but I've heard stories like, yeah, you got to understand, I grew up with sisters. So, I've heard a lot of girl on girl attempts. Like, yeah, when she get, every time she get drunk or whatever, she want to be all hanging on you. She want to be all touching. Like, what you doing? So, if you have to worry about somebody being able to handle their liquor or being able to suppress their little homosexual tendencies, they little bisexual, they bi-curious ways. You know what I'm talking about. Real callers do real things. Yo. What's up, my mellow? Never in the position to Carmelo. What's good?
My mellow, my man. This is Troy with the. What's up, Omar with the.
Oh, wait. You Troy with the what? Shit, I wasn't ready. That's Troy with the. Okay, cool. We go.
Like I'm stuttering.
We gonna rock with that.
I'm serious, bro. What's going on, everybody?
What's good?
No, man. You ain't gonna get rid of me like that, bro.
Well, I'm
you
glad.
You ain't getting rid of me like that. No, I'm gonna call in. If I'm up, I'm gonna call in.
Well, that's what's up. You know what I mean? You're a little tardy. You're a little tardy, but you know what I mean? God is always on time, and so are you. So it's all good.
Yeah. No, I might not be there when you call, but I'm always on time. I learned that from in the book of Ja Rule in Ashanti. Right after Luke and Matthew.
So what we talking about? We talking about knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to your people, your loves, you know what I mean, your woman, whatever. You know what I mean? What like I don't know how long you been listening.
I was listening for the past 10 minutes.
Okay, so we was talking about like I was talking about the females. You know, like if you got like a girlfriend that when she get drunk, you know what I mean, she start getting the lesbo tendencies and shit. You know what I mean? You probably heard women talk about this shit. Like, yo, every time she get drunk, you know, she want to be all hanging over me, hanging on me and shit. You know, getting all touchy feel. Like, bitch, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, so you know if you have to worry about somebody, you know, letting they little subconscious or subliminal feelings or tendencies come out. Or if you have to worry about somebody getting too drunk, getting the Rams, you know, you got your fun drunk, you got your good time Charlie good times drunks, and then you got your bitch pussy. Yo, I know you just gonna bump into me, you know that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
You gotta be on your P's and Q's and watch them all night to make sure they don't get no fights.
So you gotta know who you have to worry about and who you don't have to worry about, or what you have to worry about with certain type of people and what you don't. So earlier I was talking about how, and I want to hear your input on this. Like I was talking about how, like, let's say you dealing with somebody, you don't have to worry about them cheating. They don't cheat. You know what I mean? But they don't treat you good. And I was saying, to me, you're not faithful if you treat me like shit. Because that's not faith. Like, just because you don't cheat don't make you noble. Like, sometimes we focus so much on fidelity and infidelity that we forget that there are other things that go into a relationship, like
aspects to it,
yes, respect, consideration, selfishness, you know what I mean? Or selflessness. There are other things that come, you know, I mean, kindness. And when I say consideration, you know, being able to be a good listener, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, fucking accountability, all that.
Yeah, so just because you're not cheating, everything ain't. Yeah. So all right, so I don't have to worry about you cheating, but this other shit over here I might have to worry about. Let's say, oh, I ain't got to worry about my baby cheating on me. You know what I mean? She don't do that. But guess what? She spent too much fucking money. So if we have joint accounts, you know what I mean? I got to be checking my bank app all day to make sure that she ain't draining shit. You know what I mean? Because she a spender. Shit like that.
I don't have to worry about her cheating, but I got to worry about her berating me in front of my friends and family when we're around each other.
Shit like that. Exactly. Yeah. Knowing what you have to worry about when it comes to somebody. You know? We was talking about kids. We was talking about kids, you know, like you might have an independent, a responsible, independent child where you know that, you know, you can put them on the bus to go somewhere. You ain't got to worry about, you know, them not checking in, not getting back, you know, in one piece, safe, and or just basically not fucking up. And you might have another child where it's like, nah, I bet this one we gotta drop them off and pick them up.
Pick them up.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So yeah, that's where we at with it. So yeah, you know, whether we talking about friends, whether we talking about, sure, we could be talking about jobs. You know, it's a job. You might be like, hey, I ain't got to worry about them making sure that they pay me right. But but the other thing about it is they ain't gonna treat me right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe they treat me like I'm a number instead of an employee. They treat me like the employee number instead of the employee. Or they're not gonna, you know, give me any extras. They're not gonna make me feel like I'm part of building this thing or sustaining it. It's just like, all right, yeah, Yeah, the money will be there. Other than that, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things. It's like preparing yourself for an outcome before the outcome comes because you know the individuals you're dealing with.
hold on. Carla says some men do get touchy feely also, or do they have or they have the fist fight? Listen, I wish I would have a friend that start getting on some old down low shit just because he get a couple of drinks. Like, what? First of all, that's not going to be a friend because I'm already know, what kind of shit you want. But when you getting to know a person,
the alcohol does not do that. He's already into that.
That's absolutely. You know what I
mean?
Now, I will say this though, Troy. I do know what it's like to have on a pair of beer goggles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it been some chicks that I swore was like that when I saw them when I was drinking, and when I saw them when I was sober, I was like, Well, I'm at the crib now, so you know what I mean.
Oh man, I tell you, boy.
Beer goggles is real, but I ain't out. Not no gender goggles. We ain't got no gender goggles. Fuck out of here. Like, okay.
If you got on gender goggles, you already had them on.
You definitely. You know what I mean? Let me tell you, speaking of this shit. This, motherfuckers trying to take you down a gay road. Back in the day, my man DJ Storm, Jason know him from college. My man DJ, he calls himself Stizzy, DJ Stizzy Storm or some shit like that. He won't even let you call him by his government name and shit, even though that's how you met him. But anyway, he used to be promoting shows like when the Greek picnic came.
Yeah.
And we promoting the show. So we was in the Kappa house down University of Penn.
Right.
So, we not frat. You know what I mean? Me and a couple of my other college friends and whatever, my boys, we down there promoting the show. Right. And we in the Kappa house, and one of Storm's friends, his DJ friends, must have been, DJing the party in the house. There's chicks in there, you know what I mean? It's, so they thinking that we Kappas because we moving through the house like, everybody friendly. There's a bunch of drinking and all that. It's Greek weekend. It was a Friday. It was the Friday the night before the Greek. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's one dude, I think he was from DC or some shit like that. He all on my dick. And I'm thinking like, all right, he must be doing this because he think I'm a Kappa. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So he was like, yeah, man, so you gotta get with the brothers and the bros and blah 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 blah. So he was like, yo, let me get your number, and because we got parties coming up and blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right. I ain't think nothing of it at first. You know what I mean? At first. I ain't think nothing of it. He calls me. It had to be after the Greek was over. And he was like, what's going on? Oh, I'm like, oh, what's up, man? Yeah, you the boy I met, I said, all right, cool. So he was like, yeah, you should come down, because we gonna have a party, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. I said, it's gonna be bitches at the party, you know what I mean? You got chicks down there? He was like, yeah, it's gonna be, I was like, I blocked the shit out of him. I blocked him in the days we ain't have no block. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking gay cap. Noopy. Fuck out here.
He was Lamar from
Fucking gay noob.
To the nerds.
Yo, now, for all I know, maybe he wasn't gay, but he wasn't straight.
Uh-huh.
And what I mean by he wasn't straight, he wasn't keeping it a buck. He obviously had some ulterior motives. Because I'm like, I'm not a capper. What the fuck? You think I'm coming down there on some frat shit to kick it with some frat niggas? Like y'all ain't nobody to me. The fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck up. Huh? So yeah, I was like, no, I'm not getting on no trains to come down there for to party with some motherfucker I don't know. And when I ask him, you know, like, yo, where the chicks? The chicks. This is gonna be, you know what I mean? It's gonna be mad bitches there, right? The pretty kind. You know what I mean? This was in the big bamboo earring days with the onyx behind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
That's yeah. And when he hesitated, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be girls there. Nigga, that shit, it should be like, yo, you gotta see the chicks, yo, we be partying these hoes. You know what I mean?
Like this. Yeah, it's gonna be a few. Yeah, it's gonna be some there.
And
he got his eyes wide open and off like you on the phone.
And you gotta remember, this is in the days of long distance, my nigga. You know what I mean? This was like 1990. 90 or 90. I'm like, there wasn't no cell phone. You know, you just jump on the phone and call California. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You call California off your mom's phone and see what the fuck happened.
Listen, and you know, them DC cats, no disrespect, but either they on that gay shit or they on that get money shit.
Yeah.
That's DC for you. Oh,
you know in between.
It ain't. I ain't never met no broke niggas from DC. I'm like, yo, what they giving out money down there? They be having dough. I'm like, the fuck?
I'm telling you, there ain't no in between. Either you're gay or making money. And if you're making money, you're street.
You know, like, nah, I'm good, man. But yeah, so yeah, like, my point is, at least back in the day, you knew if you knew a cat or if you didn't. Nowadays, a motherfucker meet you on a computer, y'all FaceTime or some shit like that, and they swear they know you. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay, all right. It might at least let it be a one-way street. Like, all right, you think you know me, but I know I don't know you. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you what I do know. I know that because you think you know me, I know that I need to know more about you because there's something that I'm not comfortable with you thinking that you know me like that. How many other people do you not know that you swear you know? I be hearing the president of the United States talking about something. You know, I've gotten to know him very well. He'll be talking about somebody he just met. Mm-hmm. Right. What you mean? You've gotten to know him very well. But you got a crash course? You don't read, motherfucker?
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? So, like earlier in the show, I was talking about how people think that they know you or they know the real you because they know some negative shit about you. Oh, nah, the real you is this, that, and the third. I'm like, what the fuck you mean?
So I heard about you. What the fuck you about me?
There you go. You go. That shit. That shit right there. Yeah.
You ain't never heard nothing about me because if you heard something about me, you heard the wrong thing. Maybe you should be talking to me.
That's a control mechanism right there. That's all that shit is. That's a control mechanism.
Right. I'm serious, man. So I mean, I understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying. You know, so I mean, for real, I mean, it's even like that with your children. You gotta, like you said, you gotta prepare yourself. Especially you should know. Everybody should know their children. But when you take care, like my daughter, my middle daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I already know from the door. If a teacher called my phone, I already know my daughter has done something.
There you go. Now, I
I
was
already
talking about
know.
that earlier. You know what kids are going to go to school, do their work, do their homework, blah, 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 blah. And you know which kids that you got to worry about notes getting sent home or getting phone calls from. You know, you already know.
You
So,
know from the door.
mm-hmm. Or you
You
should.
know what I mean? I mean, and you know the most diabolical thing that these kids do. Like my youngest daughter used to go through a lot of shit in school, but now she's an adult. She's 24 right now. She's going on 24 this year. So I asked, I said, so a lot of shit you was doing in school, you was really doing what? She said, you know what, Dad? Yeah.
Mm.
And I had to like control my hands because I wanted to choke the shit out of her. She put me through fucking hell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, every time they call my phone, I already knew. Yeah, what she do? All right, I'll be up there. Call me again. Hello? All right, y'all ain't gotta even say that. I'm on my way up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One time she threw a girl phone in the toilet. Right? I had to defend that. Well, how could she get to the phone? The teacher had the phone. It's the teacher's fault that she got to the phone, and they bought into that.
Mm-hmm.
Bought the girl up to school, bought her phone.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
didn't do it, Dad. All right, man. And then sometimes you can't defend it. You already know she did it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know which kids that you have, or you know if your children or your child, you know if they the type to tell the truth or not, or if they the kind to make up stories or stretch the truth. You know. So by knowing that, you can't say, well, I ain't got to worry about my child lying to me. You can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
What
Like,
you can sarcastically say, I ain't got to worry about her or him ever telling the truth, because they don't do that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Like
whatever
I
they
got a
say, I
boy.
got to believe the opposite of what they said.
Yeah, like I got a boy, right? We grew up together.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And every time he sees somebody that's dressed, because he be throwing that shit on, and every time he sees somebody else that I'm cool with, that he's throwing that shit on, he want to start talking about stories about shit that he done done. And I done flipped this brick, and I done done this, and I done done that. And I'm looking at him like, you do know I know you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta prepare myself to hear the bullshit. But why? You just, I know I got a fur coat. I got this, I got that. Yeah, you looking thorough, bro. All right, but why? Why you gotta, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I call, when we start talking on the phone and it's about a discussion about something, and you hear me get ready to talk about fighting, you like, oh, I already know Troy gonna talk about fighting.
Yeah.
I already know he gonna go to the physicality.
Man.
I'm serious, man. We know it.
Mm-hmm.
We know comedians. If somebody call your phone and be like, "What's up, best friend?" That person looking to see if you got a comedy show for them so you can make money off of it.
Or other things.
Yeah, yeah,
No, it's one thing is for sure. You know that they're probably not playing totally straight with you.
yeah,
There's definitely a transaction involved.
yeah.
You know, but hey, like I said, knowing what you have to worry about when you, like, speaking of promoters, you know which ones are going to have your money ready for you when you perform for them, and which ones you're going to have to chase down. You know what I mean? Like, all right,
One thing about I never had to worry about my money when I was with son.
and look, man, I don't play around when it comes to people money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't never when it came to doing comedy, and I had to worry about and if he got us on the show, that motherfucker better have that money. Even when we did the show, and remember we did the show in Allentown, and the boy was like, "Well, I ain't got the money. I ain't got all of it because I ain't so." You see, me and you had to talk to him. No, we can't do that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's that.
Yeah. you know who you can trust, and it's even with who you hang out with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody call you, it's some of your boys, you might be like, "Yo, let's just go out and bust it up for a few." And in your mind, you be like, maybe I should take my hammer with me tonight, man, because this motherfucker, hey, I know him.
Or, I mean, and that's a terrible feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The motherfucker,
bro.
You can't just go out and have a nice time. This motherfucker gonna have you in a situation where you're gonna have to deal with some authorities. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But the other situation, knowing which one of your friends always have money to go out and which ones don't.
Yeah.
So like with this one, I ain't gotta worry about, him borrowing money while we out and having to pay for everything, because he gonna make sure that his business is straight or he ain't gonna go. But this motherfucker over here, he gonna invite you out so you can pay. I know that when we get out, all of a sudden he done lost some money, misplaced his wallet, need money until he get to the ATM, all that kind of, like, what the fuck, man? Huh? Mm-hmm. It's like taking kids to a carnival. The rides are free, but the food, but everything else costs a lot.
That's the truth. That's the fucking truth.
You ain't gotta pay to get on Rolling Thunder, the Superman ride, and that shit. But that cotton candy, that taffy, yeah, that food. Playing them games.
You can even use that as something. Yo, Troy, you want to go to Great Adventure? Yeah, I'm going to Great Adventure. But in your mind, you're like, this motherfucker like getting on the roller coasters. I'm already letting them know. Yo, I ain't getting on the roller coasters.
He's talking about you gonna pay for you to getting the Great Adventure. He got the Coca-Cola cans with you gotta redeem you gotta redeem the Jordan. Like, motherfucker, this from last year. Yeah, man. So yeah.
I'm serious, man.
Yeah, so I mean, know what you have to worry about when it comes to your people. It's essential. It's essential because when you don't know what you have to worry about, you can get sideswiped or blindsided.
Right.
And sometimes you ever have to blame yourself for getting blindsided?
Yeah.
Like, them times you be like, yo, I told myself I wasn't fucking with him or her no more. I told myself.
I knew. Why didn't I listen to myself? It's like even when you go to work, and if you're a supervisor, certain people you can turn to get the job done. And it's that one you be like, no, I ain't gonna ask him. I ain't asking that motherfucker. I asked him, he don't do it, man. I'm at the pull him in the office and talk to him. He gonna get mouthy. Either I'm gonna send him home or I'm gonna suspend him for the 2 days, man. I ain't trying to go through this shit with this boy.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That definitely your people at work, who come to work and who come to bullshit, to hide, to socialize. You know what I mean? They bringing down the operation. So, and how about when it comes to getting somebody a job? You know who you can get jobs for.
Jobs for, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's a lesson you got to learn quick, because it will come to bit, but it will haunt the shit out of you.
Yes, it
You will
would.
be totally fucked up.
Yes, it would. You be salty like a cracker.
Like an anchovy. Yeah, don't get too much saltier than that now,
You
do
be
it.
salty to the head, too.
You know what I mean?
God damn.
But yeah, I mean,
Angel.
it's real shit.
Right.
Have you caught out there?
Yeah. Shit, I got a job for a boy. I mean, it was like a double-edged sword. I grew up with the boy. And I got a job for him because he just came home from prison. And I'm like, you're going to need a job because, you're on probation. You want to make sure you keep a job.
Mm-hmm.
So little did I know the boy was, he was up, he really didn't like the job because, he peeped the people that he was out there, when he was out there flipping his brick and doing this and doing that, was coming to the place and seeing him, and he felt his pride was destroyed because people seen him working. I'm like, well, your pride will even be destroyed even more when you got to go to prison. Little did I know it wouldn't have been destroyed, because after he quit and I had to give him his check before that, people was coming up to the job was like, yo, so and so mess with a transgender.
Transmission.
Yeah. And I was like, I ain't know that. So now I'm like, now if I see him, I mean, yo, Troy, you want to go? I'm getting ready to go downtown. You going? No, I'm good, bro. I already know.
Sad state of affairs, man.
Things hey, in the words of Biggie Small, damn, things didn't change. I mean,
Man,
everything, you should know everything about who you dealing with. Whether it's at work, whether it's your kids, whether it's your aunts, whether it's everybody you should fucking know.
if you're gonna interact with somebody, you need to at least know what you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You need to know if you're with somebody that's going to keep you safe, or that's going to keep the conditions and the situation safe, or if you're dealing with somebody that's a loose cannon, and you basically rolling the dice on your safety and security. Like this motherfucker will get us into some shit and then run.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. Yesterday, I had bumped into an old head of mine that I ain't seen in years. So I go and give him a dap, to get the dap, put the arm on the shoulder, give him a pat. Now, when I ain't seen him in years, this wasn't a problem. But when I seen him yesterday, right, well, on Wednesday, right, and when he talked, another entity came out his mouth and fucked my mouth and fucked my nostrils up, which was his breath. So now, I know now since I realized this, and I'm talking about it really fucked me up. Like his breath stunk so bad, my brain became cloudy. It fucked my thoughts up, right? So now if I should see him again, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know his breath stink. Let me get some gum out just in case. I mean, I'm preparing for the worst. I'm hoping for the best.
You know what you're working with.
But you know what you're working with now. You know what I mean? You know what you're working with. Even when you're dealing with, when you're trying to holler at a girl. You know what I mean? When you try to holler at a chick and everything, if you're trying to holler at her and you see her hollering, and you hollering at her, then you turn back around and y'all work together. You turn back around and you see another boy hollering at her, and you're like, all right, I know who she is now. Once you develop and start thinking about who a person is, now you're preparing yourself for everything.
Okay, how about this one? How about this? Even though I'm not a big fan of this kind of scenario, but it's a popular one. when it comes to examples, like knowing if you can leave your man or your brother around your woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Without, without her coming back and being like, that's your boy? Or that's, like, what's up with your brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a hard lesson to have to learn. And it's really something that I would just rather avoid altogether. But sometimes it's not. It's not avoidable. But, even aside from knowing whether you can leave your brother with your woman and make sure that, and know that he'll protect her and not violate her or you. It's the same way that, with your woman, like whether she can go out and have a good time with her friends or whatever. And she ain't coming home with no thoughts, feelings, or residue from no other man. You know what I mean? If you can send your woman out there into the world, and she can have a good time, and her good time don't have to be with. It don't have to be all about some other man desiring her. And you also know when you're dealing with a woman that is so attention starved, even though you may be giving her attention, that she's always going to look for validation from another dude. Because she just can't get enough. That's why I don't understand how these dudes be dealing with these chicks that dress scantily clad like that. Because I'm like, don't you understand? She needs the validation of the world, not just you.
Yeah.
But these niggas so stupid. They think
even when the woman is in a relationship with you and you're telling her how beautiful she is and how she turns you on and everything about it. Y'all been together for years and they make a decision. Well, I think I want to get a BBL, or I want to get this and I want to get that. That's not for you. Because you already know, you already with her. She should know that you love her for the person you are. You married her, or you in a relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She getting that for validation from other people.
Mm-hmm. And it could be male and females that she looking for validation because she probably saw somebody else that has the body that she want.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've known twins that got twin body done. Like, what the fuck? Like, would this have happened if y'all was fraternal?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, you never know. You never know until you know. But you should find out what you got to worry about when it comes to somebody versus what you don't have to worry about. Because what you don't have to worry, what you have to worry about can keep you on edge. It can keep you stressed out. It can keep you, waiting up late night, waiting for somebody to come home. You know what I mean? All fucked up. Because that this person they not 100%. They are definitely lacking in areas where I need them to be strong. But yeah, you know what you know. Knowing, staying on this your woman type of thing. It's a flex for a man to be able to say, like, I know if I make a mistake out here, like whether it's a business mistake or some other kind of mistake, I ain't got to worry about my woman berating me or making me feel like less than because I fucked up somewhere. You know what I mean? So let's say if I went too far, I gambled tonight. I might not have a gambling addiction, but let's say I went to the casino and I spent too much money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about, I don't have to keep that from my wife or my woman, for fear that she going to be like, The fuck is wrong with you, dumbass? You did what? You know what I mean? Like situations like that. Like if I make a mistake, I don't have to worry about her beating me up over the mistake, but rather, helping me to correct the mistake. You know what I'm saying? It's a flex to be able to feel that way. And not enough men get a chance to feel that way. Some men are with women where it looks like the women are waiting for them to make a mistake. Like, oh, I can't wait to laugh at this dumbass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of corny ass shit is that?
Yeah, I mean, and before he even made the mistake, she already prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As soon as you come in the door and get ready to say something, hey, good. And I'm actually like, they say some stupid shit. I know he fucked up something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I agree with that, man.
Yeah, like I said, that's a flex, and and it's fucked up because that shouldn't be a flex. It shouldn't. That should be a given. That should be something that you are sure of. It should be something that gives you security. Like, yo, yeah, my woman always she not playing against me. She's playing with me.
That's the truth.
And I mean, they're mad cats that can't say that. Like, nah, I feel like I got to be on my P's and Q's when it come to mine because she treat me like who's the boy on Curb Your Enthusiasm? The boy with the Jeff and his loud mouth ass wife. She used to be giving him the business. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know the JB Smooth character.
No. The Jeff, it was his lawyer. He was he was the lawyer on even though he's a little chubby, a little thick boy, white boy. But his wife used to be giving him the business. Always cussing him the fuck out.
You know, and I'm pretty sure that we come in contact with people that do that to us. You know what I mean? Prepare themselves before we walk up. You know what I mean?
Wait, in what way? What do you mean?
Like some people, as soon as we walk up, like I know I can walk up and I picture in my head, somebody would say, oh, here come this happy motherfucker. That's all you want to do is laugh and joke around. You know what I mean? And I'm saying to myself, yeah, because I'm covering up the fact that I might want to smack the shit out of somebody or be disrespectful. So I mask up. I become jovial so you can think of me as a jovial motherfucker. I don't want you to prepare for me. If I walk in a place with a knot in my face, you can prepare for me. But if I walk in there showing my teeth and having a good time, you'd be like, I can't prepare for this motherfucker because I don't know if he's just this type of person or if he's bottling up something to really fuck me up. So I like people to think of me as, oh, he's nothing but a big teddy bear. He ain't gonna do nothing. Look at him over there smiling and giggling and joking. He's just having a good time. He's a bitch. Yeah, thank you. You know, so that's something that I feel like if I was to walk in a place and somebody think they know me, that's what they would think they know me by. You know what I mean? Look at the boy over there. He's always enjoying himself. Music is banging. He like the music, man. Sweet tea. It's like that, y'all. That's his shit.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because that was the reason. I don't think I never really used to smile a lot until I got out of college. Because the 80s and early 90s kept us in that New York state of mind, whether we was in New York or not. It was like cats would judge your They basically test your chest over whether you look like you were relaxed or not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't. It wasn't cool. You know, you had to run around the streets being screw face all the time unless you around people who you know. Like that ain't
And
that.
that's the thing. And that's the thing that taught me that. It taught me that even at this age, that if I walk around with a knot in my face, then a person would try you more that way than they would try you if you smiling and having a good day. You know what I'm saying?
It
A person
depends.
will look, huh?
It depends.
Yeah, it depends, but sometimes people will look at you in your face and be like, "This motherfucker must think he tough." You know what I mean?
Hmm.
No, I want you to. I want you to think that. To me, I want you to overthink. I don't want you to think one way. I want you to overthink. So I mean, I think that there's people out there that will look at Son and be like, "That motherfucker wear mascara. He got eye."
Only on the
They do it on
show.
the show all the
Only
time.
on the show. That I've never heard no shit like that in person.
This motherfucker wearing mascara.
Shit,
Like
crazy.
what?
Yeah.
I mean,
But
you see it you see it on the chat. This motherfucker think he fly as shit with his beard all shaped up. You already thinking before you.
like I said, that's all internet shit. But
I'm just saying, people thinking about us the way we would think about them. And there might be people we don't like when you get on a bus, right? And like when I get on a bus, I know when I get on a bus, sometimes I would look at a person, like a white person, I'll be like, I know that motherfucker racist and shit. I'm ready to smack the shit out of him. I know he look racist. You know what I mean? As soon as I go sit down, this motherfucker clutching his bag. I should get up and let somebody just try to take his bag. I don't know.
nah.
But you prepared for something that you already made a decision on preparing for shit.
Well, I'm more concerned about the people who I really know
Yeah.
and how I can, develop better bonds with them based on what we may already be working with. Like, what can be improved on. Random people out there in the world, I don't expect them to know me or for me to know them. But in your personal world, in your house, at your job, at your clubs, in your neighborhood, in your stores that you may shop in or places where you might frequent, those are the things that matter because that's your real world. Those are your platforms. You know what I'm saying? So those are the people that you're going to rely on to be there or not when you are navigating your way through through this life and in this world. You know what I'm saying? So I've known people who have been with their spouses for a long time or their significant others for a long time, and they still didn't know each other well enough to have a decent bond. So you want to be with somebody for 10 years and y'all still don't really have shit. You know what I mean? But what you do know about them and what you do have to worry about with them is not the things that will make you comfortable or willing to or willing to experiment with something new with them. Like is limiting your experiences with them. Like shit, like all right, so like our musical taste, we're gonna listen to what the fuck we want to listen to regardless. You know what I mean?
Right.
But everybody don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So we might respect, we may command respect when it comes to, the music that we listen to, and how we express ourselves through music. Whereas somebody might act like they don't know about certain music or genres and all of that because they fear being ridiculed by somebody that they swap bodily fluids with. Like, what kind of shit is that?
Mm-hmm.
But once again, that's trust. So just like a chick might not want you to see her with her wig off or her weave not in, is the same way that you may not trust your woman not to make you feel like a nut because you like rock music or classical or whatever you rock out to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are the worries that I'm talking about. These random people out here in the streets, you ain't got to worry about them. Your experiences with them are limited. But what you have to come home to every day, what you have to actually figure out in your daily life, those are the things that are more pressing. And those are the things that you really should have to sit back and think like, well, how is it that I haven't been able to get comfortable around this person? Or how is it that I'm with this person and without this person in significant areas of concern? How is that? Because it happens.
Well, yes, it does all the time.
Yeah.
All the damn time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like I said, that's more my concern. Like, oh, this so extra shit, other shit, whatever. I mean, it's gonna go how it go. But yeah, man, in the crib, at the crib, yeah, you should upgrade your knowing status with somebody routinely. But that's communication. That's mm-hmm. communication right there. How about this? Because I was thinking about this earlier, and I was actually thinking about naming the show this instead of what I named it. Having fun with your significant other. You know how many people don't have fun with each other?
That's the truth.
You know what I mean? Fun. Now, having fun doesn't always involve spending a bunch of money or going exotic places. That's not always the fun that you can have. How about being able to laugh with the person that you with? Some people don't get a chance to do that. They gotta watch a movie or something in order to laugh. They don't get a chance to laugh with each other. They're not friendly enough to each other. Now you gotta ask yourself, were they ever? Or if that wasn't part of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
But having fun. I mean, if I polled a bunch of people who are watching this show and I asked, how often do you have fun with your significant other or your spouse? What do you think we would get?
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, that shit would be like a 6. I don't think it would be a high percentage of people that say they had real fun with their significant.
Well, that's sad as fuck.
It is. It is. I think that society is overwhelming couples. The norms of society, the stress level of kids, especially finances, trying to maneuver around all that. It can be overwhelming. Some people just don't know how to handle it. You can't handle that type of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people can't be like mom and dad. I'm talking about in a 2-parent household. A lot of women can't be like mom. My mom used to wake up, get all of us ready for school, give us lunch money or made lunch the night before, send us to school, go to work, come back home, cook dinner, get our clothes out, make sure she did all that without complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen a single parent household and how women complain so much?
Yeah.
We only got one child.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. I've seen it in a lot of different from a lot of different angles. But you know, there's all right. So Ninth Gate Stories in the chat as if I can't have fun with them, then what are we doing? Exactly.
Right.
But see, he probably insists on that from the beginning. And sometimes people don't insist on that from the beginning. Yeah, I've witnessed a lot of relationships. They don't be having no fun with each other. They don't laugh and bust it up with each other. I mean, funny shit happens all the time. You ain't gonna tell me you go to work every day, you don't see nothing funny. You ain't gonna tell me you get on the bus, train, or even in traffic and you don't see. You're not gonna drive through the city of Philadelphia and not see something that you gonna laugh at. Now, whether you care to share that with your significant other, that's your personal choice. But you can see something funny, and I don't know how you can laugh and joke around with the person that you love and not say that you're having fun.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how you can enjoy laughing and joking with other people and not have fun with your mate.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, for a lot of people, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've seen situations where it seemed like, people's significant other don't like to see them having no fun.
Shit. Hey, listen, I thought you was preaching. I thought you were preaching shit quiet.
I'm just saying. Sometimes, I don't know how you get to that space, but I've seen it. I don't like to see you having a good time.
Motherfucker over here. Now he want to laugh, he want to chuckle, and be the life of the damn party. Some motherfucker, yeah, boy. I'm ready to leave now.
It's disgraceful.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's straight disgraceful. But
in the name of Tina Marie, I've been here before. Do. Shit, for real. I mean, some people get jealous of the fact that you can make people laugh and have fun. Even when you try to make them laugh and have fun, they don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But that's not something that I think should be swept under the rug or discounted.
No, it shouldn't be.
You should always be able to have fun with the person that you're dealing with or that you love. I mean, the fuck out of here. That ain't. It should be unacceptable that it's not like that. It should be totally unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But
that right there, that can break up a relationship.
And it does. But it doesn't separate people often enough because it's just like some people feel like they can be in a situation, in a loving situation without love. Oh, well, yeah, it don't have to be about love. As long as we respect each other. I'm like, oh man, this y'all fucking mind, man. But that's me speaking. I insist on love and respect, but I also insist on having fun.
Right.
Shoot, I'm a funny guy. I like to be with a woman that, she like jokes. She like to have fun too. You know what I mean? Whoever I'm with, we bust it up all the time. We be You know what I mean? Having laughing like a motherfucker. Whenever I've dealt with chicks that I couldn't laugh with, or yeah, sometimes the fit ain't right. Sometimes there's some chicks. There might be some people that you like, but you really just don't get along with very well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the opposite sides of the magnet, and they not. You can't get them to click. Yeah, there's a force field between them. But it's I don't know if you ever dealt with a chick with that'll have you bickering all the fucking time. Bicker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you put up with that.
They want to talk about shit, but they don't want to laugh about shit.
Facts.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It happens often enough for you to take notice of it. Like damn, man, you know. Or I'm gonna say this last thing, then we gonna do the poll question and get on about it. There's some people. Well, I can't speak for everybody else, but there have been women that I couldn't get along with over the phone, but we was all right in person. It's the weirdest shit. They was bad phone people, but they were pretty good people in person. And I kind of know what that was about. You know, some people, you know, in this age of cell phones and FaceTime and all of that, we're just not used to not being with each other or being in each other's presence as much as we used to. We used to have to wait to be in each other's presence. With the FaceTime and all of that, now we can feel like we're in each other's presence more. And some
you know
people,
what? Son, that sounds so fucking right, man. I never forgot Chris Rock had said this on one of his comedy shows, right? He said, my mom and dad was together, I think it was like 45 or 50 years. He's like, and the reason being is because my father would start work in the daytime, but wouldn't come home until late at night. He would come home and not even know that the house might have burned down. And the funny thing about it is that when you think about that, it left time for them to have conversation because now he has something to say. These days, there's nothing you have to talk about because you talk about it all through the day. Either you're texting or you're talking to your significant other. So when you come home, there's nothing the fuck to talk about.
well, it's the quality of the conversation. Because if y'all are communicating all day, but what are y'all talking about? Are y'all really communicating? Are y'all really talking? Or are y'all just kind of checking up on each other? You know, the motives matter. Motives matter. So if I'm calling you to really just make sure that you ain't talking to no bitches or nobody ain't rushing you off the phone, then we do have something to talk about when we got home because my motives aren't what's the word I'm looking for? They're not
genuine.
Not just genuine, but they're not rooted in something decent. They're not rooted in decency.
Decency or positivity,
yeah. So I'm only talking to you to see how long it will be before you gotta go.
Or I'm talking to you long enough just to see if there's a female around you.
Exactly, like I said, until you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really communicating with you. I'm just sort of spying on you. So that's not So yeah, when we get home, we should have plenty to talk about because I didn't talk to you about nothing real. I didn't call you for nothing decent. We didn't have a good conversation. I just basically held you hostage on the phone to make sure that you was being good. I need to be checked, but I don't see it as me being checked because what person who does that shit? What stalker do you know that has apologized for stalking?
Yo, you know what, sweetie? I see you. I see you come home one night. Come home from work night the other night, and you had the window open, so I had my binoculars. I see you take your clothes off and everything. So I apologize for that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I caught you with the guy in the bar, the one you met on Instagram and shit like that. You know, OnlyFans or whatever. I'm sorry I caught you, man. That was my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Can you forgive me for
Now,
stalking you?
I've never heard a person that was overly jealous apologize for that. If anything, they'll say it's because they've been hurt before, or they'll blame it on the person that they jealous of. They'll be like, if you ain't give me nothing to be, worried about, then I wouldn't. No, I'm not giving you nothing to be worried about. You worried on your own. You know what I mean? That's a character flaw in your behalf. And you really think that your jealousy can stop somebody from doing whatever the fuck they want to do, as if you like the big claw inside that the claw yeah. Like you ain't got it like that. And I've explained that to some chicks. Like, let's say I am doing something behind your back. You think you can stop me from doing it? And the look on their face was like, how dare you? I'm like, but I mean, why would you even waste your time on thinking this? You can't stop me from doing what the fuck I'm going to do or want to do. I can't do that with you either. Let's get to something that we can control. How about ourselves?
Mm-hmm. That's the
Um,
truth.
Ninth Gate Stories. He said, I've been in situations with women who were only okay with me having fun with them. Having fun without them was frowned upon. Straight verboten. And I really, really understand that. I've seen that. I've been there too. Like,
Me too.
what the fuck wrong with you? Selfish hoes. Selfish, selfish, selfish. And like once again, they're not going to complain. They're not going to apologize for that, for being that way. Oh, you just want everybody else to. Oh, here the fuck we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh,
One thing about it, you want attention from everybody.
nasty word. And that is what they say. You crave attention. You love attention.
Yeah, 'cause that's all you do is a crave attention, man. Why don't you be quiet and sit down sometime?
Shit, I mean, a lot of people who say that they crave attention from you and other people too, but they not going to keep it a buck with that. All right, let's
So,
go.
like you said, nobody's going to admit to what they doing wrong. You know what I mean?
They're not healed, as people say. They're not healed. I have so little faith in healed. What the fuck is healed? Ain't nobody healed. I ain't met a healed person yet. You know what I mean? Everybody's sick. Everybody ill. Nobody feeling well. You know what I'm saying?
I met an ill person yet.
I haven't. I don't make nobody. I ain't never met nobody that's damaged that have been healed. Not for real. Because that shit, you be thinking that they got it under control until you put that shit to a test. And you realize, like, oh, we got a long way to go here. Now you got to make a decision about whether you want to spend that time or if you want to put in that effort. Because it really is your choice, whether to or not. All right, let's do these. Let's do the poll question. Out of 36 votes, do you think that a man can be violent with his woman and still be faithful to her? Can he be violent with her and still be faithful as far as fidelity is concerned? All right, 32% said the two things usually go together. So no. 16% said violent because of jealousy. So yes. 14% said, who cares? He needs to get help. And 38%, which is the largest percentage, said, either way, she needs to leave him. So you know, mostly women must have answered these questions, right? Answered this poll. But yeah, I've actually seen where a man was faithful to his woman, but still will put his hands on her in a bad way all the time. It's a crazy thing. And but I also agree with answer one that the two things usually go together, because a lot of times men are violent because they out there doing dirt, and their fear of getting caught or being blamed makes them act out negatively. It's straight toxic. Straight toxic. No way around it. So, all right, man, we're gonna get up out of here. It's been a pleasure, Troy, with the.
This is Troy with the, and Omar with the.
Oh, you done fucking upgraded now. Okay. Okay.
Tomorrow's music night, baby.
It is. And we got a topic for tomorrow. We already ready. We locked and loaded.
Yeah, we already ready for it, man.
We got a topic, so I'm going to tell you all the topic. The topic for tomorrow night's music night show is Michael Jackson versus the Jackson 5 and other groups. So we're going to talk about whether Michael Jackson was better as a solo artist or was he better with the Jackson 5. And we're going to talk about other groups where a lead singer or somebody in the group may have gone solo and whether they were better solo or with the group. So we're going to talk about what the group has to offer versus what they brought, what they did as a solo artist. And I think that's going to be an interesting show, because when you really think about when some artists have gone solo, you kind of saw what their vision was for how they thought that their stardom should be. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson's, in my opinion, Michael Jackson's songs were so much different as a solo artist than he was with the Jackson 5. And of course, there are reasons for that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into this tomorrow. This should be good. This should be good. So now y'all already know. Y'all got a preview of what it's gonna be tomorrow, so y'all can be ready.
Yeah, right. That should be a great topic.
We're gonna run it.
All
right,
much love to everybody. Everybody be safe. Always a pleasure to come on the platform, my brother, man. Much love to you, man. I'm gonna holler at you today, sometime today, bro.
Got you. You have a good night.
You too, bro.
All right. All right, y'all. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 11th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special, because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Quentin Hunter, and also Linda Robinson, Pete Easley, Dewan Dewana Davis Harris, Pamela Carter Johnson, Key Denise, Lucy Godchild, Edgar Mullen, Intelligent Last Born, Kenya Clark, Jocelyn Hightower, and last but not least, my man going all the way back to the third grade, my man Kyle Farmbry. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious June 11th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, the tree fell down just like timber. Yo, we keep it going, and I think when you're knowing your people, then it gets equally better, equally crazy, equally, yo. Sometimes it leaves your brain hazy, and you be wondering if you know what you thought you know, or can you do what you thought you do. He who thinks that you gonna really get far by not knowing about your stomach, I mean, your partner, come on, star. You gotta do better than that. Speaking of stomach, the tummy, yo, you be feeling like flies, dummy, butterflies all up in the, you know what I'm talking about, yo. You get wind of somebody doing things that you didn't think they would do because you didn't take time out to really knew, or should I say, no, you know how the game go. Yo, it's time to prove and show, and I won't be slow. I'm moving kind of fast, and I'm trying to get all up in that. But you should know if your girl's a virgin or she kind of tight. Yo, shit ain't right. It's like she on some cold fish shit. And you like a cold fish stick. Don't eat it. You know, he's like MJ, don't beat it. And I'm bad. Really, really bad. Yo, man, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. 1 a.m. in the morning, Friday going into Tuesday. Y'all know what it is. So make sure y'all come through. It's going to be music night. And we're going to have a hell of a time. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I hope y'all enjoy listening to the show as much as I enjoy broadcasting it. I holla. Peace.